Here's the next chapter, continuing the story with the same tone and building the tension. 8 years later, I stood in the small kitchen of my diner, staring at that same dried grass ring on the table. It was brittle now, a fragile skeleton of what it used to be, much like the love I'd once held for Serafina. Noah, are you okay? Gigi's voice pulled me back. She was looking at the ring with wide, curious eyes. That looks old and kinda sad. I picked it up, feeling its rough texture against my thumb. It's just a reminder, Gigi. A reminder that sometimes trash belongs in the trash. I tossed it into the bin. The dull thud it made against the plastic liner felt like the closing of a coffin lid. Good riddance, Gigi chirped, grabbing my arm again. Now, about that dessert you promised? Before I could answer, the bell above the door chimed. I looked up, expecting a local trucker or a tired student. But standing there, looking like he'd stepped out of a fashion magazine, albeit a wrinkled one, was Owen Prescott. He was leaning on a cane, his face pale and drawn, but his eyes still held that arrogant glimmer I remembered so well. Behind him stood Serafina and Isabel, like two anxious bodyguards. So, it is true, Owen said, his voice raspy. He limped forward, surveying the diner with a sneer. The great Noah, reduced to flipping burgers in a dump like this. The air in the diner instantly grew thick. Gigi sensed the danger, her grip on my arm tightening. I gently patted her hand and stepped out from behind the counter. It's honest work, Owen, I said calmly. Something you wouldn't know much about. Owen's eyes flashed. Still got that sharp tongue, don't you? Even after prison. He took a step closer, invading my space. We came to eat. I heard the food here is nostalgic. Serafina stepped forward, her hand reaching out to touch Owen's arm, but her eyes fixed on me. Noah, please. Owen hasn't been eating well. He wanted your shrimp scampi. The audacity was breathtaking. I'm afraid we're out of shrimp, I said, my voice flat. Don't lie to me, Owen snapped, banging his cane on the floor. I saw that girl eating it. Make it for me. Now. Owen, calm down, Isabel interjected, her voice soothing, but her gaze cold as she looked at me. Noah, just make the dish. We'll pay double, triple, whatever you want. Just stop being difficult. I looked at them. The brother who stole my life, the wife who betrayed me, the sister who discarded me. They still thought they could just buy me. They still thought I existed to serve them. I don't cook for Prescotts, I said, crossing my arms. And I definitely don't cook for thieves. Isabel gasped. How dare you? After everything we did for you, everything you did to me. I corrected her, my voice rising slightly. You want food? Go to the gas station down the road. They sell hot dogs. That's about your speed. Owen's face turned a violent shade of red. He lunged at me, raising his cane as if to strike. You ungrateful bastard. I'll teach you some respect. But before the cane could land, a hand caught it midair. It wasn't mine. Gigi stood there, her small hand gripping the wood with surprising strength. Her eyes, usually so bright and playful, were dark with fury. Don't you touch him, she growled, her voice low and dangerous. Owen tried to yank the cane back, but she held firm. Let go, you little brat. Gigi, let him go, I said softly. She shoved the cane back at him so hard he stumbled, falling into Serafina's arms. Get out, Gigi said, pointing at the door, or I'll call the cops. And trust me, in this town, they like Noah a lot more than they like rich tourists. Owen straightened his jacket, his breathing ragged. He glared at me with pure venom. You'll regret this, Noah. You think you're safe here? I can buy this whole town and burn it to the ground. Try it, I said. See what happens. Serafina looked at me, her eyes pleading. Noah, please. Just, why do you have to be so cruel? We just wanted to make peace. Peace? I laughed, a harsh, mirthless sound. You sent me to prison for 8 years. Serafina, peace died the day you lied to the judge. She flinched as if I'd slapped her. Isabel grabbed her arm. Come on. He's clearly lost his mind again. Let's go. They dragged Owen out the door. As they left, I saw Owen look back one last time.